Delegate Kilgore, thanks for joining us. I got to ask you, as a Virginian, what happened?
Sean, we had a bad night, but
Yeah.
we knew it was going to be a tough year this year with with Trump in the White House. You know how Virginia is historically, but we felt we had a good ground game, but we did not think that the top of the ticket would lose by 15 points. And that's what happened to us. A lot of the House, we won a lot of House races. Had we lost by 10 points or had we lost by 5 points, we would have still kept a lot of our House seats, and we ended up losing 13 seats. It was our candidates did the work. They worked hard. They got out, knocked on doors, did what they were supposed to do, and they ran 5 to 12 points ahead of the top of the ticket. So we got caught up in a wave.
So, okay, let's go back to the bigger question. That you said that the ground game was good. Was it though? I mean, I looked at some of the things. Winsome Sears
Yeah.
did not seem to perform well.
No, I'm talking about the ground games for just our House, some of
Okay.
our House candidates, because they were running 5 to 12 points ahead. But no, Sean, 500,000 voters out there that are conservative voters did not show up to vote. That shows
Why?
a lack of a ground. I don't know. I was looking at one of my counties, for example. Glenn Youngkin had got 9,700 in that county. Winsome Sears only got 4,700. The Democrats still only got 1,500. But we've got to run well in Southwest. We've got to run well in the Valley and South Side. If you run well, just like the Youngkin plan in those areas, you win elections because you offset North Virginia. We didn't have the ground game to do that.
So was that the message, the mechanics, the money? What? I mean, it's got to be
Well,
one of those three or all.
it was all. It was all. I would say that we needed to be talking about economics. People want to hear about their pocketbook, but you got to get out. You got to get out in the communities. You got to work hard. You got to make sure you show up. Life's 90% about showing up, and you got to get your ground game going. And just it felt like our campaign, statewide campaign, didn't start till July, and that's unfortunate in this situation.
All right, guys, if you're looking for that amazing snack, then you got to do what I do right now. I've gotten into Masa Chips, all natural, 3 ingredients. That's right. Corn, seed oil, and salt. That's it. Crunchier, tastier. These are Maha approved snacks. You are not going to regret it. My tip, get the variety pack. Go to Masa, M-A-S-A chips.com, masachips.com/Sean, S-E-A-N, for 25% off. That's masachips.com/Sean. Use code Sean for 25% off. Okay, so Winsome Sears was lieutenant governor for 4 years. She knew she was going to run for governor because Virginia term limits its governor. So she knew that the day she was elected that she was going to be running for governor. Why didn't she have a better campaign and more money?
Well, I don't know about the money. I mean, we got outspent 30. She got outspent by $30 million. We got outspent 3 to 1 in House. 4 million to 1.5 million. We got outspent tremendously, but we knew we were going to get outspent. We just had to make sure that we made the right choices, and we thought, well, if she loses by 5 or 6, we're still going to be fine. Well, we weren't expecting 15. The money didn't show up. It was a while before. And then of course the ongoing dispute with Trump, whether or not Trump was going to endorse her or not endorse her. I think that played a role in keeping some of our conservatives whole.
Did she do enough? I mean, look, she was very clear that Trump shouldn't be the candidate in 2024. Did she do enough to reach out to Trump and to say, hey, I want forgiveness and I need your help?
I don't know. I don't know. I know that at the end, the president endorsed her and tried to get our votes out. But by then, I think it was already baked in, and we couldn't pivot that fast. But it was a tough night for all of us. But we got to rebuild, and now it's just the House the House and the Senate left standing, and we've got to rebuild the party. We've got to work, over the next 24 months. We've got to just raise money, recruit good candidates, and because I really think, as you know, Virginia, I still think Virginia is a center-right state. We want lower taxes. We want parental involvement in schools, and we want folks to be held accountable for their crimes. If and we expect the other side to overreach. So we just got to, get in, fight hard, reload, and come back.
How much of the blame should go to Governor Youngkin? He's had an operation. He could have raised money. How much did he do that we should hold him accountable for?
Well, it was a bad year. I don't know that he could have done too much. He did help us. He helped us. He had fundraisers for each one of my candidates. He had fundraisers for me. We were in Northern Virginia 3 or 4 times. And in the last month, I think he was somewhere every day trying to help either Winsome Sears or our candidates or Jason Miyares. And Jason Miyares is the one that I still can't believe we lost, Jason Miyares.
But what does that say to you that you can threaten to kill your political opponent, watch their child die in the mother's arms, and 51% of Virginians in the Commonwealth still voted for Jay Jones?
It shows that Democrats were, they just wanted to make sure they had that seat. They wanted the Attorney General's office to go after Trump, and that's what Jay Jones promised. He's going to sue Trump. I hope we don't spend 4 years just suing the federal government and losing in suits and wasting all our money. We need to look forward and try to help the citizens of Virginia create jobs, do what a governor and attorney general is supposed to do. Attorney general is supposed to make sure that we enforce the criminal laws too.
So in 2017, Virginia in the House of Delegates had, I think, a super majority. The Democrats now have 64 of the 100 seats in the House of Delegates. You're the Republican leader there. You're de facto I assume now the highest ranking Republican in the state of Virginia. What's the plan?
Well, we've got to start raising money. We've got to start candidate recruitment. We can't let folks get ahead of us, and we got to go back and rebuild the party. We've got to get our state and local groups more engaged, and we got to get them out doing outreach to voters. When 500,000 people sit at home, that shows you there's a problem with outreach. So we got to go back and basically we got to go back and reinvent the wheel is what we got to do.
So let me throw something out to you that I said after the election. The messaging was horrible. To your point, there was no discussion about affordability or issues. In fact, most of the ads that Winsome Sears ran were on transgender, which I don't frankly think, no matter whether you agree or disagree on the issue, I obviously don't share the view of that, but I don't know that that's what was a compelling message, especially in Northern Virginia. I believe that if you were a statewide consultant in this cycle, the Republican Party of Virginia has to say, we're not doing business with you going forward.
Right. Yeah. What I would have done if I'd been the statewide candidate running for governor, I would have attached myself to Glenn Youngkin and said, listen, he's created all these jobs. We've got all this investment. We've got Virginia back in the top state for doing business, more people moving in than moving out. I would have preached that every day. Our economy's running on all cylinders, and that's what I think that would have been your message. And I think Governor Youngkin attempted to do that, but he wasn't the candidate. So that was the issue.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck going forward, because I think you got your work cut out for us. As a Virginian, I'm worried about what a majority in the House of Delegates, the Senate, and Abigail Spanberger as our governor is going to do. So, look, you got your work cut out for you. I wish you the best, and I'm glad to help you in any way I can.
Oh, pray hard, Sean. Pray hard.
I will. All right. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
Well, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get more.